Hey there folks, how you doing today? Hope everything is going well for you. Bear with the sounds of life happening in the background. We are actually doing this in the house today. It's much too hot to try to do it in the barn. There's racket in the background. That's not going to stop, so just deal with it. Remember, you get what you pay for with this. For those of you that are not familiar with this content, this is the fans only content. This is the stuff that if you've been following the channel, you keep up with things, maybe this will make a little bit of sense. Otherwise, it's probably not going to. And like that pack of Camels rolled into the shirt sleeve of the kid down the road when you were growing up down there on memory lane, this is unfiltered. I'm not planning on editing. If I can help it, I will be putting some pictures and graphics and stuff up for amusement purposes, but there's not going to be multiple takes of this. I finally got it set up and we've got to steamroll through it. So without further ado, we'll start out with something funny. I would like to point out with the preface that there might be some disturbing content on this one. It's still going to be pretty much PG-13 rated, but there may be a couple of instances here that if you're real sensitive about what your kids see, you might want to kick them out to the other room because, as I mentioned before, we turned the filter off for this one. Alright, the talking snake media has been added again, propagandizing everything that's going on right now. Do not let people who surround themselves with barbed wire and armed soldiers tell you that you cannot own a firearm to defend yourself. True stuff there. It's not really funny, but it did get us started off. Okay, this one here is good, and it kind of fits right in with that growing up in the day and age that I was privileged to grow up in, that, I wish my kids were able to grow up in. It says, we had no idea how good we had it and no clue that we were the last ones. Oh man. This one here I can relate to. Son, teach me how to work on cars. Me. Throws a 10mm in the engine bay. Alright son, lesson 1. That's funny. It's, ironically, I don't lose my 10mm. It's usually the 13 with me, but saw this in the news the other day. Again, talking snake, so it's hard to say if it's 100% true, but this joker, it's the date on this publication was May 1st of this year. Net worth $100 million. With a $5 million annual salary. I can't find that in the Bible anywhere. I really like this one. I tried to explain it to my wife. She got mad at me, and I've been in the closet here ever since. Men are complicated. The language of men. What's up? Down nod. You have my respect. Right nod. I need to talk to you about something. Left nod. Check this out. Alright, friendly reminder here. The original assault rifle in 1774 was banned from import. In 1775, the British attempted confiscation. In 1776, we had a revolution. A friendly reminder for those who didn't pay attention in history class. Those were not single-shot muskets at the time. They were the same weapons that King George and his men in response to a young lady's question that she asked me the other day when I was asking for what you folks wanted to hear me talk about on here. That question that you asked, yeah, I think it could happen. Unfortunately, anybody that is so diluted with normalcy bias that thinks that there could not be armed conflict of a military conflict type level in this country, that's just being willingly ignorant. I mean, it happens all over the world all the time, and we are not any better than anybody else, and we are not more evolved than anybody else. And if you can't see the writing on the wall for some of the stuff that's been going on, then it's because you don't want to see it. So yes, to answer that question, I do think it could happen here. I pray every day that it doesn't happen here, but I do think that it could. Let's see, what else? What else did we do last week? Canned up a bunch of butter. My buddy Tony over in Georgia also canned up a bunch of butter. Today, canned up a bunch of hamburger. Just so you know, 20 pounds of lean ground beef equals 12 quart-sized jars. You're welcome. Jeez, what is that? I forgot that one was in there. Oh, never mind. All right. Ordered some of these on Amazon the other day. I'll try that in English. Jerusalem artichokes, or sunchokes as some people call them. They're a tuber, a root vegetable. It's supposed to grow up a stalk like a sunflower and spread out underground and grow well in a lot of different conditions. The conditions here are supposed to be pretty good for it. So we ordered some, planted them, and we'll see how those turn out. Let's see, this one here sounds like my grandpa. Some of y'all never jumped the starter solenoid with a screwdriver, and it shows. Yep. All right, now I'm going to put this up here, and I'll try to zoom in so you can see it. Back in February, I purchased one of these batteries. It's a absorbed glass mat battery for a solar system. I paid $2.99, $324.74 with shipping. I was going to order another one the other day, and already $319.97. So they're up $20 in 2 months. No idea what's going on here. Words fail me. It's a cool picture, though, I guess. Speaking of cool pictures, check these guys out. All right. This is an old reference, folks. A lot of you younger guys are not going to get this one. Anything you want, Uganda. Anything you need, Uganda. Baby. Do, 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 do. All right. So, I saw this one the other day. I thought it was kind of funny, but it actually really fits where I'm at these days. I'm at that stage of my life where I keep myself out of arguments. Even if you tell me 1 + 1 is 5, you're absolutely correct. Enjoy. Tell you what, that applies a lot in the comment section here. Most of you guys, I would say 95% of you guys, are squared away, and I appreciate it. But there is a good 5 to 10% that are so far out in left field it isn't even funny. Sometimes I read what they wrote and wonder what they're on, and sometimes I just have to shake my head and say, yeah, sure, buddy, because I'm not going to argue with people. I've got too much going on. There's too much going on in the world right now to be arguing with people over stuff they write on the internet. The proverbial keyboard commando, this guy, yeah. Speaking of that guy, or it might be a lady, I'm not sure, but they wrote this: making fun yet again of the way I say the word similar. I realize I mispronounced that word. You've probably come to the conclusion that I mispronounce quite a few words. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, it's funny the first time somebody mentions it, but when you're the third person to comment on the same thing on the video, you need to find yourself.
Who's responsible for this unwarranted attack on my person?
So
we now return to What in Tarnation.
I was kind of laughing when I saw it, and it made me think of this. What did you just call me? What? I say, what have I done? Want to see something creepy? Check this out. Alright. So now look over here. Oh, Greta. Seems pretty similar there. Oh, look. There's another lady doing some really weird. I wonder who she is. Do any of you know? We'll talk about it next week. When you're tired, nap at the bottom of your ladder. If you get caught, the boss will think you fell. It could work. I must say, these flame paint jobs are getting more and more realistic. Ouch. Poor guy. Alright, my mom as a mom. No toys in the living room. My mom as a grandma. Pretty accurate. Alright, Homer. Don't forget, you're here forever. Oh. Do it for her. That one strikes close to home. It's like a scarecrow for humans. That's kind of funny. Wonder if it actually works. Some of you may have noticed that I got my ears lowered and I shaved today. I shaved because that gentleman referred to me as a bearded Neanderthal. Actually, that's not true. I shaved because I have to do a mask testing thing, so whatever. But anyway, I went with a little bit lighter haircut for the summertime, and we're going to add to that the dad's summer starter set here with the white sneakers, the cooler, the let's keep the door shut, I'm not paying to cool off the neighborhood, look out, I'll spray you, the jean shorts. I'm actually wearing, they're like camouflage, but they're jean shorts, folks. The old Oakley sunglasses that you inherited from your uncle many years ago. Uncle Sam gave me mine. And then, of course, the barbecue tools complete with double-clicking tongs. All right, so this one is funny. Again, this is an old reference to some, so some of you younger guys might not get it right away. And it's not necessarily the most G-rated, but an apology to my wife. I am sorry. The kids were playing some sort of cowboy game. The 5-year-old kept yelling yippee-ki-yay. I did not think. Instinctively, I finished the phrase, and now he knows a new word. All right, be careful when you follow the masses. Sometimes the M is silent. 33% of your job as a dad is staring at your kids like this until they act right. Ain't it the truth? All right. Not a big fan of Disneyland, but me. Kills a huge mouse with a baseball bat. Everyone else at Disneyland. This is, we mentioned this a minute ago. This is what happens when you don't click your tongs twice before grilling. Ouch. Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, if Muldoon was replaced by Burt Gummer. We just watched that the other day. Tremors was a great movie. All right, I meant to get this one out last time. I might have got, I don't remember, and I didn't go back and watch it, but I thought it was funny just the same. Watching your kids pick up 45 Easter eggs in less than a minute when it takes hours for them to clean their room. No joke. All right. Every once in a while, I go outside and run the vacuum cleaner on the driveway just to ensure the neighbors never talk to me. This one here strikes kind of close to home. I've been trying to watch what I eat here lately, and how's the diet going? Not great. I had 12 eggs for breakfast. Scrambled Reese's. Yeah, all right. I can't say this one. Ouch, but I like Chuck Norris just the same. You can figure it out. Leave it up there for a second, and they're going to cancel me if I don't get that off of the screen. So we got to get rid of that one. All right, so here's a little bit of trivia for you. We have the first owner, and we have the second owner. The question is, what car is it? My grandma used to have these, and yes, as a matter of fact, they were all sewing kits. That's funny. Moving right along. Hey, Marty, where do you want to go? So yeah, just rewrite the second one like you're talking to a 5-year-old. My 5-year-olds understand it. Enough of that stuff. Let's move right along. I mentioned something the other day. I alluded to it. I had talked about back in January in this video that one of the guns that I was really jonesing to get my hands on this year was that Ruger made Marlin 4570 SBL. That's not the one I got. And I didn't get the 30 Super Carry either. So I have a problem when it comes to firearms. I buy too many. I got my hands on an M&P 2.0 10 millimeter. It's the long slide one, the 4.6. It's optic ready. It's got the nice high sights. I think they all do. But this one is going to be my backup piece for hog hunting with my son later this year. You'll notice it does not have an optic on it yet. Crimson Trace is supposed to be sending me an optic, but they haven't got it to me yet. If I don't get that optic by Father's Day, I've already told my wife what to do. But this was fun. We took it to the range the other day and had a blast with it. Super easy to shoot, fun. You know, that 10 millimeter is not cheap. I will be putting out a range video on that pistol probably next month, but not real soon. Right now, the only video that I have planned to make is the year-end review video for the Taurus GX4. Next week is going to mark a year since I bought that thing. It has been fantastic. I understand there are some of you out there that got some that had issues. Folks, that goes with any platform. It was a brand new platform. There were some bugs to work out, but the overwhelming number of you were supportive of it, and we will be covering that in depth, like a good long 20-minute end-of-year review on the Taurus GX4 within the next 10 days. All right, so saying all that, I haven't had time lately to put a lot of time into doing this, but I did want to get this out here for you this week. And in honor of the way my wife tolerates my weapons purchases, this one. Thought that was funny too. So I know this has gone on long enough. I know you guys don't have hours on end to sit and watch me yammer, so I'm going to wrap it up for today. We'll do this again in a week or so, and thank you guys for hanging out with me. Take care. God bless.